Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5, I believe, in our little ASKA series. Last time we ended the episode by getting a new villager, so that means we now have, I think, 2 villagers that's homeless. No, just 1, okay. We got Hedda, which seems to be, I like night people. That's good. We are kind of going for a few of those because normally they end up being very useful later on. But we do need a little bit of a housing situation happening for them because otherwise they're gonna be complaining a whole bunch. But it seems like she would be really good with the stonecutter, so maybe we should just assign her here for now and help finish these next cottage so we can get even more people. And why are you complaining? Road makers, large stone, blah blah blah. Yes, just general villager complaininess. Okie dokes. And I'm just gonna help them cut down some trees and break up some rocks until we get them going a little bit, so they can help me build stuff. Because right now we have the 2 builders, but we only have 1 stonecutter. We don't have any for wood, and since she just became a stonecutter, it's gonna be a little while before she's ready. So let's just help them out a little bit here. And I am so looking forward to winter being over in 2 in-game days, which is gonna be so nice. After we created some clothing and got ourselves a little bit of cold resistance happening, it's not been super bad with the winter. And right now the temperature isn't bad either, so that's really, really helpful. It was looking a little rough there for a while, but I think this is going to be the final winter episode for this time around, so I'm very, very excited for that. And then when spring comes, we can hopefully get the village going a little bit more. I really want a warehouse up and running because warehouses are just super duper useful for collecting all the stuff. You can just have a villager basically be on that task to run around and collect things, which is just very nice. I also think it would be super useful for me to build a vehicle like a sled or a cart when we get to that to drag more things around because it's just super helpful. I really wish they put in the option for villagers to use those as well. So if you have a stone cutter or a wood cutter or whatever, that they would grab a cart if you had one or a sled and take it with them so they wouldn't have to go back and forth 8 bazillion times carrying stuff, because it's just that would be so nice. We are getting a little bit cold here and it is also kind of nighttime, so I'm just gonna be heading back and warming up. And then we'll see what tomorrow brings, I guess. And I think it would be nice if we place down another resource marker somewhere in between. Let me see here. Yeah, we have one here and here, so maybe if we place one around here, just to make sure everything is covered. There is a little bit of a downside to placing them near the water, because there might be wisps appearing, which is just annoying, and they will be complaining about it. But for now, it's just what we have to do, because it also has a lot of good resources down here that we will probably be needing. And on this map, we have some trees, we have some of this driftwood, which is really good. And I do see some Jotun blood, which I think I'm just gonna grab. So as soon as that next cottage is done, we can get some more villagers to move into that. Might as well start summoning them now. At least we're kind of past that freezing to death stage that we had happening all the time in like last episode, I think. Previous episode maybe. Either way, I'm glad it's over. Actually right now I am in the range of warming up from the fire and building these things at the same time, which is very nice, but because I'm sick in the game I don't have any stamina, which makes this a little bit of an uphill experience right now. I think we need to get one of our villagers to be a builder on the night shift, because it's just normally super nice to have someone help build stuff even during nighttime. So maybe we should look into that. There we go, the well is done. And you know what, while I stand here with my apparently in-game sickness happening, I'm just gonna look into some management with the work schedules and stuff like that. So we have these two people on night, and then we just need to adjust the day schedule a little bit as well, I think, just because that normally helps them a little bit. So I put the gatherer on night shift just because they have nocturnal resilience, and I have a builder. Nope, I don't have a builder on the night schedule. I have, because I put them on stone cutting, but well, whatever. Those two, it doesn't really matter for me if it's during the day or the night that they are doing their thing. So hopefully we get a builder to be our builder and be on the night shift at some point. I'm actually a little curious if you can double buff on the heating. So if you had two fires next to each other, if it would go faster to warm up. I'm not sure about that. Maybe we should test that at some point, because I'm kind of curious about it. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments, because that would be interesting. Let's see if we can summon another one. Rain Dancer. Actually, that might be useful. And an Iron Stomach. Yeah, none of them were like super duper amazing, so we're just gonna pick one. And then I did chop down a bunch of trees over behind here somewhere, so hopefully our builders can run and get some of the stuff for this cottage. And I'm just gonna spend a little more time getting some Jotun blood so we can get those villagers. Normally I am a little cautious with how fast I summon villagers, because the more you have, the harder your blood moons and invasions are gonna be. I feel like normally it's fine until I get that 20th villager, because then the blood moons are just that much harder. I feel like it's always around that. When I go from 19 to 20, it just becomes harder. But since this is a little bit of a different kind of game with no invasions in that way, hopefully it won't be an issue. Ooh, we got 3 from this one. That was nice. Might as well pick up all the small ones as well. The small stones, just because we're gonna need them for all the roads we are planning to build. And we're back to needing a sled. That would be amazing to have. Maybe I should build one of those instead of just talking about it. Pin the recipe. I don't think I have enough rope. No, so we need a whole bunch of stuff. Great. And I don't think I have any in storage really. I do have a little bit of fiber, so I mean we can get that. Where we are keeping it though is a different question, because I thought it would be here, but apparently it's not. So maybe we put it in here for some reason? No? And no? Did I put it over here? Open? Storage? No? Okay, interesting. So somewhere unidentified, my fiber is hanging out. Which, okay. Well, I guess we just need to go and find some extra somewhere. Hopefully it's not gonna be too far away. That's a little bit odd. I don't think I have anywhere else. Actually, I don't know if villagers carrying stuff will count as having it in storage as well. It might, but I'm thinking no. Because when I carry stuff, it doesn't count as having it in storage. Interesting. Oh well, at least we got a little bit of fiber with us here, so that was enough for what we need for the moment. We are going to be needing more for the cottage, because I think the door requires a few pieces as well. And we need, what's it called, thatch as well. But we'll cross that bridge when we get closer to it, I guess. And welcome to ASKA. Oh, that's a kind of cool name. ASKA. Makes it sounds big and strong. Did he also have some liking for nighttime. Night shadow, yes. Okay, so kind of by accident we now have an extra night person, which I am not complaining about because I do like having the night builder. So he will go on the night shift immediately. Again, we are struggling a little bit with homeless people right now. We have a little more than we want to, I would say. I guess the amount of homeless people you want is basically 0. And I can't chop down anything because once again I'm sick. I also think my axe is about to break, so lots of stuff is working against me right now. But hopefully they can figure out how to supply bark to that roof by themselves. We should have a lot of it lying around on the ground, so it shouldn't be an issue. Again, I mean, you never know with villagers. Oh yeah, there we go. They figured it out. This is just me running around on unfinished roads because I don't have a road maker yet. We will get there, okay? Did he actually make one? We have... No. I did ask our wood house, what's it called? Wood shop? Workshop. The workshop guy to make us a road maker, but I don't know if he's gotten around to it yet. And I can see they're finishing my sled right now. I am very happy for that. Oh, look at that. Their house is also gonna be done now. Yep. And we can quickly assign some people. Assign you and assign you. No more homeless people. We do like that. And we will be needing more beds in here. I have had games where I just shoved them in like peas in a pod in here. Peas in a pod sounds like a good thing. So more like sardines in a can, I guess, or something like that. They were crammed in here, okay? It was not fun for anyone. Like, you know, going home on an overfilled train, basically. I have games where I do that. But I feel like they very quickly become dissatisfied and moody around their life. So having 4 people in one cottage seems to be a good middle way. They are still not extremely happy. But you know, it's fine. It's livable. They survive like that. So let's go and get some thatch and might as well pick up some extra food on the way. How is the food situation actually looking? We have none at all. Great. Well, good. Or, you know, something. And let's just whack the life out of you. And now my axe broke. So that was sad. On the plus side, that means I can carry one more thatch in my inventory when I go home. So I guess that's a good thing of my axe breaking. Yes, looking positive over here. Yes. And I will be picking up this fiber on the way as well. Might as well collect the fiber whenever you see it in the beginning, because you will need it. That's kind of what I learned for my many hours in ASKA. Why is no one working here? I thought we definitely assigned someone for this. I guess we didn't. Well, I guess it's gonna be you, because you're most likely to actually succeed sooner, which is the very complainy villager that we had for a while. I can warm up in here while we build. So that means we have room for 2 more villagers, which I think we will just summon more or less as quickly as we can. And we can't cook the clams that we picked up, the mussels. So until we have somewhere to store them, it's basically just me running around carrying all of them. Oh, well, I guess I could eat some of them as well, but you know. The villagers won't really benefit. So I think it might be a good idea if we get a storage area up and running, actually, because then they would be able to get the food from there. I actually think that might be a good idea. And if we plan on placing it, well, we'll just do it on the other side of the road, I guess, then. Here, I think that's good, because then we can get that going. And we're gonna need so much rope for that. One thing is like building this platform thing, but then we're gonna need so much rope for all the actual storage we're building. So I think I'm just gonna go on a little, pick up some fiber and Jotun blood expedition over here. Oh, I forgot to fix my stone axe before I left, didn't I? I was supposed to do that. I didn't do that. Oh well, I'm not running back right now until we have at least something to bring home with us. And I know you can pick up the thatch and turn it into fiber. I do know that. But it would just be nice to find the plants and use those. Oh, I am actually freezing to death right now. And I'm a little bit far away. Ooh, that's not good. And I'm also sick, so my stamina will run out. I think I'm gonna make it. I think it's gonna be fine. Ah, no. Okay, we're good. Once again. Survival. Yes. Oh, that was cutting it a little closer than I wanted to. And I didn't actually get to pick up that much fiber, which is annoying. It's not at all the way I wanted this to go. At least we got a new axe now, so we can continue chopping down some stuff, which is pretty useful. And I really want to get that mine up and running so we can get some better tools, because it's just so much easier when we have iron tools. Everything is just faster. What happened to that tree I was chopping down? What? How did you end up here? Like, what the Okay then. Guess we'll chop it down. Well, that was a bit chaotic now, wasn't it? What does it actually require to make a road maker? Because I feel like it shouldn't be too difficult for them. But apparently, kinda is. Oh. I'm just gonna quickly find some more stones, finish the roads, and get back to you in a few seconds. And here we go. The roads are mostly done. We do need a little bit more of the small stones for the last few bits, but overall, we also got a new villager. And in a few minutes, the winter is gonna end, and I'm very excited for that. And you're gonna be complaining about stuff. You can't find any stuff. Well, you deal with that for now, because I will be planning out the storage area, which I'm very excited for. I will try to place this the best I can. Normally, I think it's really difficult. I always end up having so much like wasted space, which is very annoying. I have learned my lesson that it's normally a good idea to have firewood on the outside, so you can pick up firewood from outside the warehouse, which is just super useful for making coal. Basically, I think that's gonna be enough for now. We don't need any more than that. And then we're gonna need a coal storage, 2 of those. It's just super handy to have those on the outside. We did make a storage for sticks, and that's mostly to prevent clutter, because there's gonna be clutter on the ground at some point. I also want a storage for bark. Again, so when we assign someone, they can just run around and take care of that. For now, I think these are the most important parts. Maybe seed storage. Can we squeeze that in if we flip it? Just because, you know, there's room for it. I think, yeah. But I think I will be ending the episode here, standing on top of the Eye of Odin. I am so excited that we made it through winter and our village is slowly coming together. I think the next episode we're going to be expanding the village as much as we can, because everything is a little bit of a mess, because this is not the normal way to build this spread out. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe, because it just really helps me out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!